PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, CAJUN, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. I'm recording this on Monday. I got back from the Rosemont 2023 National Sunday. I just found out that it broke the attendance record. It sure as hell smelled like it, and it sure as hell felt like it. Today's mail day is pretty badass. It is mail day number 98. I've actually got another mail day. So this coming weekend, you're going to get, I guess today and tomorrow, when you watch this, you're going to get a Saturday and a Sunday mail day, which is pretty badass given that we're putting in so much time into this MJ hierarchy project. Here is a little spoiler alert. Today's mail day, I'm real giddy. First of all, I'm wearing some warm pudding here from Homage, in case you guys can't see it. They sent me some Denver action, Denver triple threats, just to rub it in that my Bucks weren't part of the finals. So you guys go check out that affiliate link in my YouTube description and give Homage some love. Go buy some stuff on Homage using that affiliate link. Today's mail day is pretty serious. I picked up a Tier 1 Grail in gem mint condition. Yes, Tier 1, meaning top 27 on the MJ hierarchy project. Again, that's my hierarchy. That's not the hierarchy. I never espoused that those were the actual best 27, but I think most 90s collectors, most Jordan collectors would agree that this card fits very firmly with the pack odds of 1 in 28,800 in Tier 1. Very low pop in gem condition, very low pop period. We're going to get to it in a second, so stay tuned till the end. Actually, I'm bad at this, so you're going to see it in the middle. We're about to get to it. So let's get started with a little munchkin, right? As we always do. You guys know I'm buying big, I'm buying little whales and minnows. It's funny that I'm excited about this 1997 Stadium Club PSA 8 Jordan. I think it's a great image of Jordan doing a double pump reverse dunk in 1997. It's card number 118. It's a good looking PSA 8 copy, to be quite honest with you. This card's tough, man. There's a one of a kind of this card. This card in a PSA 10 is actually a pretty tough card, a pretty valuable card. I think Stadium Clubs really reduced the print runs the later they got in the years. And so, again, I think I paid maybe 25 bucks or something like that for this card, but I didn't have it in the PSA 8, and so I decided to grab it. Next, you guys know I'm chasing that 2014 first year Panini Prizm World Cup autograph set. Nothing but goats in here. In fact, Eden Hazard, maybe the worst player in the set. And Eden Hazard was a Chelsea legend, a Belgium legend, and one of my favorite players in the entire world to watch for a little time period there. Of course, he's fallen on some hard times at Real Madrid, fighting through some injury stuff. But this is Eden Hazard autograph from that famous 2014 Prizm World Cup set. Well, it's not really famous. I wish it was, but it's really not. But I like the set, and so I'm collecting it. I'm making some serious progress in that. I think I'm probably about 40 out of 50, I think, is how many are in there. I need to take a closer look. I say that every week. But Hazard in a PSA 9. If a 10 comes along, I'll snatch it. But like I said, beggars can't be choosers, so it's a placeholder. I have got buku of this card, I think. I only show 2 in my vault, and there you go. You guys know how I do it. You can see the gold foil stamp in the top right. There's my PSA 10 copy of this card. This is an underrated card. I don't say that very often. This card right here is underrated. That is a gorgeous looking card. It's a great image of MJ throwing a pass off of his right shoulder. It says Michael Jordan double trouble. It's got the gold foil, gold medallion stamp right there on the back. It's got a great narrative next to it. Red everywhere on the front, red everywhere on the back. So tough to grade. Not a high pop count for the PSA 10, but of course, I have also got the PSA 8. Where is it? There it is. There's the PSA 8 that I picked up today. So there it is. Yep. So 8 and 10. That pairing is complete. Put that one to bed and move on to the next gold medallion, right? There's a few of them out there that I need to pick up. But getting back to our list, and I hope you're sitting down for this one. This is a whale. This is one that... very rarely do I get buku crazy excited, like Cajun excitement, right? This is serious. This is the 97 Ultra Stars Gold, number 1. It is not just a gem, 9.5. It's a quad gem, which puts it in pretty select company. I'm not going to talk about the price paid for this one. It was a hefty price tag, but I love my price point on the Quad 5 in comparison to the last BGS 9.5 Min Gem, which sold for $36. I've got the all-time chart pulled up for this card. This card in 9.5 has sold 14 times in history. There are 18 of them in existence. It got as high as 96, 102, 98, 72, it's dipped to 61, dipped to 64 in a private sale, came all the way down to 36. I will tell you my price was higher than 36, so it's not like I stole this sucker, but I really, really like the price I paid for this card. I won't disclose it as a matter of confidentiality and per the request of the seller, but this is a monster for me. As you guys know, tier 1 cards don't come along easily, and I don't want to jinx anything, but today is a very special day because I'm sharing this tier 1 Grail with you. I consummated a deal in principle for another T1 Grail, and I'm hoping to be flying to Connecticut in the next 30 days or so to pick up another T1 Grail. So 3 tier 1 Michael Jordan Grail type Grail level cards in about a 30-day period is few and far between. It's tough to do, man. And I can't just throw cash at all this stuff. Some serious finagling and some consolidating and some moves had to be made. But here's the beauty of it. I didn't give up a single Jordan card to make this happen. I didn't give up a single Jordan card to make the other 2 mystery Grails happen easy. I did not move one single Jordan card to pick up those 3 Jordan Grails, and that's the way I like to do it. I will not take a step backwards. I will not give up a Noise Boys and a Cut Above and a Rave Reviews. I'm just not doing it. That's not how I'm going to get there. If it means it's slower, it's slower. But I've had some pretty good luck in the recent memory. And so super thrilled about this. It's as big as it gets, right? That's one of the probably 10 or 12 best cards in my entire collection. So next, the Dave Cowens. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but why don't you look up here and let me highlight it for you guys. Boom, pop 1. Dave Cowens is a monster for the Celtics. A big, kind of doughy, chunky, country strong white dude that played for the Celtics after the Havlicek era. Dave Cowens was a baller, and he put up some crazy numbers for sure. Sort of gets overlooked in the history of the great Celtics organization when you've got Kuzi and Havlicek and ML Carr. No, I'm just kidding. Larry Bird. Did I say Bill Russell? Hopefully, I said Bill Russell. Even Paul Pierce would probably be mentioned in the same category as Dave Cowens, and now of course Marcus Smart and others. No, I'm just kidding about Marcus Smart. He's in the ML Carr category. But same image on the front and back, just noticing that. But this is that set that I'm collecting, and so I've got this pulled up right here. There's a set, guys. And again, I hate to keep harping on it, but I just love the aesthetics of this set. Pop 2, pop 1, pop 1, pop 1, pop 1. LeBron is actually the most plentiful of all of the Prism MVP Silver PSA 10s. Karl Malone, pop 2, pop 1, pop 2, pop 1, pop 4, pop 1, pop 2, pop 1. That's nuts. So I gotta believe I'm further along in this set mathematically than anybody else in the world. Not that there's a big group of people clamoring to put this together, but one of the most beautiful things about this channel and me using this channel as an outlet to you guys is that 2 of these most recent pickups in this set are from people that were watching the channel, and I paid handsomely for these cards. Certainly at fair comps. It's not like I stole these things, but they've reached out to me because they've watched the channel. They're like, hey, I got this card, I graded it, came back a 10. I don't care about Dave Cowens, but I know it means something to you. And when people do that, it just, that's part of what this hobby is all about. I saw a lot of that up at the National, man. I saw a lot of it. I only had one bad story coming out of the National, but I'm not going to let one bad story taint hundreds of other great stories and great occurrences and great meetings with guys and relationships that were built. So the Rosemont National was a real deal, and we just confirmed that even as early as Saturday night, the attendance record was broken. All-time attendance record dating back to I think 32 years. So Rosemont broke the all-time attendance record, and it didn't even need Sunday to do it. So big numbers. They haven't published the final number, but attendance record was shattered. So picking up the Cowens is a big deal. Okay, so moving on, Ruud Gullit. A lot of people know soccer, but a lot of people don't know Ruud Gullit. He was a phenomenal player for the Netherlands. He could do everything. He was an all-around phenom. He was built like a tank. He ran like a gazelle. He was skilled. He's an absolute monster. And KNVB is the Netherlands, for those of you not familiar with it. But he's a monster, man. He is a monster in every single way, and his card was not cheap. I paid for this one. I earned this card, my friends. That's set's going to cost me a pretty penny by the time I get done with it. I'm pretty close to putting it to bed. I do need the Ronaldo, but the Ronaldo is not that hard to find. So everybody grades it, and so it should be easy to pick up. Topps Gallery base, nothing special here, but the Topps Gallery base cards look real cool. It says the Masters up here, which would make you think, and it's kind of like they've got this gold outline, almost like from the Playmakers Theater, but it's not the Masters insert or anything like that. It's just card number 10 in the base set. It's not a special card, and maybe a $15, $25 card depending on where you pick it up. And then lastly, a 1997 Flair Showcase Row 3 PSA 8. I think this is actually my second copy of this card. I started picking up some of these Flair Showcase bases in PSA 8. There's not a lot of these Flair Showcase cards out there. That Flair Showcase product was very expensive, and the base cards in PSA 10 are very valuable, but the PSA 8s are a little bit undervalued right now. So these are usually $25, $35, $40 cards, which I guess is a lot for a PSA 8 base card. It's significantly less expensive than this Topps Gallery that we just looked at. But that does it, guys. Back to the list. Obviously, let's just jump to the point, right? The Ultra Stars Gold's the big pickup of this mail day. I'm super excited about it. The timing was just fantastic. I kept banging and banging and banging on the door, and finally we got a deal done, and the seller came to terms with me, came down to my number, and I did wiggle a little bit, but I got a fantastic price on this card. I am extremely happy with my entry point on this card, and it is Cajun eternity in every way. This card's not going anywhere. It is in my collection for a very, very, very long time. And now I get to go update my MJ Hierarchy What I Own project, right? Where I've got all my visual panels, and I put the yellow X's and the white X's on the cards that I own. I get to go add a yellow X on tier 1, which is a great feeling. And I'll get to add a couple of white X's on tier 1 pretty soon as well. But I don't want to jinx anything, so fingers crossed you guys be thinking about me. I've got some serious finagling to do to make both those happen, but both of them are done in principle. The deals have been agreed to. It's just going to take some selling of cards and a reservation of those cards, and it'll probably click for both of those additional tier 1 grails coming in the next probably 45 to 60 days. So don't ask. I'm not telling you because it's not done yet, and I haven't paid for it, and it's not in my collection or in my vault or in my house or in my hands. So I don't want to jinx anything, and I never would say I have a card when I don't have a card. That's just not how I do it, because anything can happen, right? The card can get lost, or something can happen. Who knows? The seller could screw me over. You never know. Anything could happen. Although I feel very, very good with these two particular sellers. Both are very stand-up guys, and I have no question whatsoever those deals are going to go through. So that's it. Thank you guys always for watching. If you like looking at the images in the PWCC Vault, consider using the PWCC Vault yourself. It's big time. I just got off the phone with a good watcher of the channel and a friend of mine who reached out because he was asking a question about the PWCC Vault and how vault ownership transfer works. And so I kind of talked him through that process and let him know anytime you buy a card on PWCC Marketplace, if you have a vault, you can put it in the vault and it's in there instantly when you pay. So if you pay, the very next second that card appears in your vault. In fact, some of the cards you're seeing in these mail days I purchased the morning that I'm filming these mail days, and that's one of the cool things about the vault. There are pros and cons. You can't touch it, you can't hold it, but you can always request them to ship it to you if you really want to. If I want to see this gold embossed Ultra Stars Gold in my hand and wiggle it around and do a video, that's what she said, then all I got to do is request shipment. You pay for insurance, you pay to ship it, it's in your house in 3 or 4 days. So the PWCC Vault's something you guys should definitely consider. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to open it. It saves you on sales tax when you ship cards directly there. If you buy it on Golden, Heritage, Robert Edwards, PWCC, eBay. So it's saving you about 8.5%. It's upwards of 10% depending on the state that you live in already. And it's the way I like to collect. It's not for everybody. I understand that. But if you are interested, just message me or hit me on YouTube or whatever, and we'll get in touch on Instagram. But make sure if you do set it up, you use the promo code Cajun, C-A-J-U-N, all caps. Anything you send in, always just put Cajun in there. Even if you don't intend to ever sell it, it falls under my umbrella, and I've convinced these guys that my big mouth actually matters in the hobby, and that I can steer some traffic to PWCC. And maybe there's people out there that want to collect the same way that I collect, with these awesome images and being able to share your collection so seamlessly. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Again, I also appreciate some of you guys. I'm working on that MJ Hierarchy project. I'm trying to put together a big glossy poster board with the pack printouts on the back and pictures of all 300 plus cards on the front. It costs money. It's going to cost me about $2,500. Thank you for those of you who have donated so generously through the PayPal link. If you go into my description for this video, in the top right, there's a PayPal link. All you have to do is click it, enter the amount, and send it. I've gotten 2323 a lot, which is really cool. It's not a coincidence. Jordan, I love it. And somebody actually sent $100 today, which was absolutely preposterously, just I was not expecting that, but it's going to cost about $2,500 to get this to get these posters printed at the clip of 1,000 count. And I don't know if 1,000 is enough because a lot of people are watching these videos. In case you guys haven't noticed, so I might need more than 1,000 long term, but we'll do 1,000 at a time, and that's going to cost me about $2,500. With I'm actually talked to the development guy today, so we're working through some mock-ups and some other stuff like that. We still haven't really finalized the whole pyramid, but I wanted to see it all laid out with the branding and the promotional stuff, and I wanted to give some credit to at Northeast Sports Cards, Josh Dawson, who was a freaking massive. First of all, he was like driving Miss Daisy this week at the National. Like, he was my guide, right? I might as well have been a blind person. He was my guide. But he's helped me immeasurably on this. And so I need to make sure I put Northeast Sports Cards logo on this as well, because I couldn't have done it without him. And if I had done it without him, it wouldn't be as good, and it would have taken freaking forever. So he was an immeasurable help. Thank you guys for watching these mail days. Keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and you'll get another mail day tomorrow. Mail day number 99. Can you believe it? Peace.